Hello, Hammer Pattern subscribers, and welcome to this Team Warhammer 40k event review where I take Drukhari Reapers Wager to the Hammer Time team's March of Iron. I was invited to go to a Warhammer 40k team event, and this is the Drukhari and Harlequins force that I brought. I have not gone to the event, but I will be going over my list right now, and I will be discussing my games over the weekend. So in my list I have 2 Archons, one leading a squad of 10 Kabbalite warriors and a Court of the Archon. He has the Webway Walker, giving him and his bodyguard unit all deep strike, as well as re-rolling charges out of deep strike. A second Archon with Arch Raider leading a squad of Incubi, allowing the Incubi and a transport to scout forward on the first turn. Lilith leading a squad of 10 Witches, usually they'll get split up by a Venom. And a Beast Pack, because Scout and 20 wounds, you can't go wrong. I've also got another squad of Kabbalite warriors, which gets split up by a Venom. 5 Mandrakes, 2 Talos with Haywire Blaster, Twin Liquefier Gun, and Talos Gauntlet. A Raider to transport those split Kabbalites as well as the Incubi. A Chronos to generate pain tokens. 5 Haywire Scourge to cause havoc on vehicles. And a Void Raven Bomber with Dark Scythes and missiles. For the Harlequins, I'm running 2 Void Weavers. They're both equipped with Haywire Cannons. I'll be swapping this off tonight so that it's a Haywire Cannon, so I'm fully WYSIWYG. And their job is to just make sure that they're killing units so that the rest of the Drukhari can gain the benefit of the Reapers Wager. I've played quite a few games of Reapers Wager, and I've been enjoying it quite a lot. There's lots of stratagems that are very effective. The detachment rule tends to not come into effect that often with me. I struggle a lot with the mental math of making sure that the Void Weavers take out units at the right time so the rest of my army can gain the benefit and the re-rolling ones to hit and wound. But even outside of that, this is a force to be reckoned with. So I'll be taking this army to the Hammer Time March of Iron with my team featuring Space Marines, Imperial Knights, Imperial Guard, and Tzeentch Demons, and at the end of this weekend I'll go over my games and tell you all how it went. The way that team events work is the captain from each team secretly picks a defending army. Each captain then looks at the opponent's defending army and secretly chooses 2 attacking armies. Finally, the defending army chooses which of the attacking armies they will fight. The pairings are then revealed, and then there is a dice roll-off on who gets to pick the first table. This goes back and forth until 2 armies remain that are just automatically paired together. I'm now back from the Hammer Time March of Iron event with 3 wins under my belt, as well as 3 round wins, so I'm going to go over the rounds that I played and tell you how my Drukhari Reapers Wager list did over the weekend. Round 1 was Scorched Earth into the Grand Forks Secondary School team. They were a team of young Warhammer players who had very little experience into tournaments, and I think this was their first team tournament as well. I paired into Imperial Knights specifically, and this Imperial Knight player was not aware of what Haywire Blasters did. I ended up giving him some pointers about how to play Drukhari in the future, but my Haywire Blasters did a lot of work to rip and tear through the Imperial Knight lines, and I ended up scoring 15-5 against Imperial Knights in round 1. And because my team did so well in round 1, that means that we paired into the team that would be the winners of the entire tournament. That's Exploding Sixes. Round 2 was Terraform, and I paired into Custodes. These Custodes were all infantry and lacked the delicious vehicle keyword that my Haywire Blasters love so much. So unfortunately, my Haywire Blasters did not come into play as much as I would like in this game. My opponent ended up making 2 very key turn 1 charges against my units that were doing the terraform action, and although it didn't shut me down for the game, it really put a pause on my primary, which made me have to refocus on killing the Custodes, which is very difficult. Luckily for me, he failed a lot of invulnerable saves, and I managed to kill almost all of the Custodes despite losing this round. In round 3, we were playing the Ritual, and I paired into Adeptus Mechanicus. I haven't played Adeptus Mechanicus this edition, so they had a lot of new tricks that I was not used to. Even though there were masses and masses of infantry, I ended up playing a very clean game and creating a very, very well-protected castle for my ritual objectives, as well as making sure that up until turn 3, he was scoring almost no primary. On day 1 as a team, we had secured 2 victories and only a single loss, so it was going off to a good start. In round 4, we paired into Void Fire Tactics for the mission Linchpin. I ended up pairing into Death Guard, featuring Mortarion, 2 Predators, as well as 12 Death Guard Terminators. Luckily, my opponent got turn 1, and although he scored some good secondaries on turn 1, it made him expose several of his units, and I immediately started picking his army apart. And by the end of the game, even though both of us were heavily damaged, I ended up coming out on top. Unfortunately, this round, our team took the loss, as my victory was not solid enough to offset the losses of our other 2 players. The final round of the tournament was against Test Eagles for the mission Purge the Foe, one of my least favorite objectives, and I ended up pairing into Chaos Demons. I held off the demons as best I could, but 3 chunky greater demons on a kill more mission is very, very difficult for Drukhari to pull off. A lot of my game plan was around screening and securing as many primaries as I could, but on 2 turns I took 2 heavy losses, and I ended up losing that round as well. But thankfully, my team ended up pulling the win for the whole round. So our overall win-loss ratio was 3 wins to 2 losses. I was pretty happy with the way that my Drukhari and Harlequin list performed. There were only a couple units that were a little bit disappointing, but for the most part, I was very happy with how everything worked out. The next tournament that I will be going to is Wet Coast, where I will be building a massive Drukhari display board, so check that out when it comes out soon. If you've ever thought about doing a team event, I highly suggest it. Have you ever played in a 40k competitive team event? If you have, let us know below and tell us how your games were. We would love to hear what you've been up to on the battlefield. So thank you for checking out this tournament review where I went to the Hammer Time March of Iron event, and I would love to be going back in the future. But until then, keep staying tuned for more Hammer Pattern updates. Thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.